What's up, guys? Tanner Larson here, and we're going to do another Build, Grow, Scale Ecom Anatomy breakdown. And this time, we're going to go through my buddy Ezra's company, Boom. Okay, so Ezra Firestone is partners in Boom by Cindy Joseph. It's one of the big brands that he teaches on. And, Ezra is a friend of mine, but he's also an incredible e-commerce marketer, and he is very methodical and systematic about how he builds his businesses and how he structures things, and very, very customer centric. Okay, which is very unique in the online business space. It's very, most companies are all about, crazy bottom dollar stuff. It's all about just hammering the marketing. Whereas Ezra has looked at it from more of a customer centric approach. How do you build a brand that people want to follow and be a part of, and, you know, massive, customer respect and customer value, and the people just love the brand. And you know, Ezra's done phenomenally well with Boom. It's a, mid eight-figure brand. It's growing very well. And he's got a couple of things going on here that we're going to go through, but um, you know, you're going to see some things here that are different from the way that I do business, because there's a lot of different ways to do it. But and you got to find your happy medium. And some of the stuff that Ezra does may work better for your type of brand if you have something similar versus some of those things that I may show you. So I'm always about learning from different people. And every time I look at what Ezra's doing, or we have a conversation or whatever, I always pick up some new piece of knowledge that I can implement right away. And so we always talk about Boom and how great, Ezra does everything. But again, with the Ecom Anatomy breakdowns, I always want to go through and see what they're actually doing for my own eyes, so that I can see what I'm doing wrong, what I could improve on, where I see, just looking for ideas or nuggets or things like that. So periodically I go through and I become a customer of my friends' businesses, even if, that he would tell me anything that I'm going through here to see, but it's different when someone explains it to you versus you see it with your own eyes. And it's important to understand here that I'm actually going through as a customer. I'm not going to be refunding the product or anything like that. I'm actually going to do it. And so I personally obviously don't wear this kind of makeup. I have my own kinds of makeup, right? But I'm just kidding. But anyway, so my mom does, though. She loves, makeup and things like that, and this is her demographic. She fits within this demographic. So I said, "Hey, mom, check out this site. What's something that you would like to try from here?" And I'll order it and give it to you, and then I'll also kind of learn and see what's new that's different about Boom since the last time I went through and looked at everything. So we're going to do a little snoop in here. So the first thing I want you guys to understand here about what this site is. So if you are a, small operation and you're more of an arbitrage model, or you're just, slinging shirts or things like that, this is a different kind of business, okay? This is a business. Boom actually cares about their customers, okay? And you're going to see that in the way this site is set up. Okay, there may be some things you're like, oh man, he's missing out here on a revenue opportunity, or a maximization of profit type thing, but this is all premeditated. Okay, so if your company is a churn and burn company where you're just flipping cash, a lot of the things you'll see in this model, or in this anatomy breakdown, won't really click for you. But if you are building a brand and you care about your customers, keyword, you should care about your customers. But if you're building that and you want to get a following, and you want to kind of build that tribe of people that want to associate with your brand and create these brand evangelists who people will just shout your product and your from the rooftops, then this is the way you want to go about doing it. He's done a phenomenal job. And the other thing is, Boom by Cindy Joseph. Cindy Joseph is actually his influencer. She's a partner, but so she's a, as it says, makeup artist turned supermodel. So one of the great things that Boom has going for it is, not only do they have a good story, and is it like a pro age makeup, which is so different than everything else. It's like embrace your age kind of thing, but they also have an influencer, so they can leverage influencer marketing and other kinds of things that a lot of brands may or may not have. But don't let that deter you from trying to structure and build a company that follows this kind of customer centric and uh, value first approach. Okay, you notice this is the homepage of their website. Okay, phone numbers prominently shown, and there are no products for sale on the homepage of their site, which is alien to practically everybody else. Okay, so if you go back up, let's go back up. So the first thing is, it introduces the site. It's got a little uh, slideshow here of customers smiling, tells you what Boom is all about. You get a hello from Cindy. You can see their mission and their story and what it's all about, testimonials, and then you get to see social proof, almost like an Instagram feed of people who are using Boom products, okay? And they're taking pictures, showing it off, and basically showing the diversity of satisfied women and all different types of women who are using these products, okay? And then they have a social, a credibility piece here where it's scrolling through all these amazing magazines that they've been featured in, which is pretty cool, right? Now, were they featured in write-ups and all of these? Possibly. They could have just bought advertising. Okay, either way, this is legit, all right? But so they've got it. And then they've come down here. You can go through, join the club. We'll go through all this stuff, but philosophy, store, modeling, they're a value-driven brand first, okay? So no sales here. They're just literally showing off what's going on. So if you go over here to join the club, let's see what this is all about. Okay, this is, you want to get their club, get their emails, things like that. You're going to get some social proof. Hey, we're on the news. Here's what we do. And then if you notice, the bottom of every page has the hello, the watch our story, what people are saying, the social proof. So basically, if you want to consider it, from here down is the footer. Okay, most people's footer is just this, but every single one of their pages has all this proof and stuff built in to just kind of keep reinforcing that they'll eventually watch it. All right, so get on the newsletter list. Okay, but let's go back. So they've got their vlog, they've got their modeling stuff, bio. You guys can go look through all of this stuff, but some of the things that they've done really, really well. They've always got pictures of women, sliders showing tons and tons and tons of different women who use it, written testimonials. Only thing that I would, and I'm sure they've tested this as to why, but the only thing that I would say would be even more amazing is if they had the pictures of the women here instead of like placeholders. That would just be amazing. But because they do such a good job of everything else, and it could be that this page does better. I don't know, but that's the only thing I can see here that looks a little bit different. Now, also, before we go too far, they've got a ton of trackers. So we've got Google Analytics, obviously got to have that. Hotjar, so they're actually tracking. We love Hotjar too. What's happening on the site, what the users are doing. Optimunk, New Relic, so more dashboard trackers. Visual Website Optimizer, seeing what's happening. Wistia, so this is for their video. Custom audiences, AdWords conversion tracking, Google Dynamic Remarketing, so whatever's in your product or your cart can be remarketed. Reversion, Shopify stats, Connect, Pinterest, and then Olark and Push Crew. Push Crew's a push notification thing, probably running on their vlog more than anything, and then Google Tag Manager. But Push Crew is blocked right by, looks like it's blocked by Chrome right now because or maybe I have a blocker set up. All right, but let's go ahead and hop over here to the store. All right, so their store is just one category deep right here. All right, and if you just kind of scroll through it, the way everything that they do is just different, okay? It's very customer centric. So every video has a video, or every product, I'm sorry, has a video on the category page, okay? Showing here's the product and a base price, then the video, and then what it is. Okay, then add to cart, click here for details. But you can watch the video,
Hi, I'm Cindy.
okay? Oh,
Hi, I'm Cindy.
hi Cindy, how do I get off
I've
their
just taken
video?
a shower.
Okay, so Cindy just took a shower and she's going to tell you about her boomstick color. Cool. But it pops up. Okay, so it's not like a little tiny video. It gets in your face and it shows you stuff. Okay, but it's interactive. Like stuff happens when you click on it. And this is just their product page or product category page. So all their products, if you just scroll down, they're all set up this way. Okay, and then again, this is basically the footer. All the way down is the same thing again. All right. So you can go through and all their products, they've got their bags, so they've got their individual products first, right? You've got the color, glimmer, glow, trio. So this is their first bundle package, so the three different colors, right? But then they've got their Boom Silk moisturizer. This is one of their, their popular stuff, or most popular, I guess. You've got the Boom Cotton, you've got the Boom Mask, and then how can they increase customer order value even more? Well, you got these are bundles. So instead of calling them a bundle, they call them the bags. All right, and they're the skincare bag, the basic bag, the complete bag. Then they got Boom Touch. Okay, some kind of touch. Oh, okay, we'll just leave that one alone. Great. Um, all right, so we'll move back up here. Uh, Now, specifically, obviously, I said I was doing this for my mom. She said she wanted the Boom Silk moisturizer. Okay, so if we come on to the product page, see very nice product shots, good description of what it is, video, media coverage of the product or the video, more display video. If you notice, there's no, everything's video, okay? Product images are down here. Everybody else runs just products up top, has a carousel of product images, and then maybe they have an image below or a video below. But they also turned their actual listing page. They have 3 different price points for different size jars right on the front, so they're able to increase cart size from the get-go. They bring them in with 27 bucks, but oh, 2 ounce, that's not going to last very long. So I would bet most people again fall into this middle category and buy the, you use 3 pricing and you push people into the middle. That's the idea. This is your profit maximizer type price point on average. So they're going to take this one. You've got this cool little slider here showing what people love, and they're all, it actually shows 5 stars. And then they have a direct response style page made of bullet points talking about how it all goes together, okay? And then down here at the bottom, we've got the offer again, a review setup, and 8,000 reviews. They heavily encourage reviews, obviously, and then answering questions. This is another thing that most sites don't do, but people have questions, okay? And what you can do to populate your questions to start is what we do on Amazon, is you go in there and you have someone ask questions that you need, that you know people want are going to ask. So you ask them, and then you come in, or you have someone ask them, and you come in as the store and you reply to those questions in detail and give them a lot of information so that you can use that to extend your sales copy in a non-salesy way. Okay, so they've got all of this. And then if we keep going down here, we're going to wind up into more testimonials. You may also like recommended products, and then the default footer type section. Okay, so this page makes you feel really comfortable with the brand. It's very well laid out. It's clean. It's pleasing to the eye. It's not jumbly, and you don't get confused at any point on the page. Okay, so this is great. So we're going to go in here. We're going to add to cart, and then you come to their checkout page. Okay, which again, above the fold, everything you need. But if you scroll even a little bit, you're right back to the default stuff they want you to see. So again, a lot of people add to cart and then they abandon, right? Well, hopefully they scroll a little bit and they might pull them back in if they watch, the story of how Boom came to be or whatever else. They might not leave. Another brilliant thing they've done is sending a gift. So they pulled in the Amazon thing. People like the gift wrap version from Amazon. So, hey, we'll gift wrap your order for only $5. Okay. If you're doing your own fulfillment, you can do this, and you might, if you're using third-party fulfillment, maybe you can do this as well. Amazon FBA also offers that gift wrapped option, but I don't know if they offer it through a Shopify integration. So you may or may not be able to do this. But if you're doing it yourself and you figure out the cost thing, maybe this is a $2 profit margin as well as being a custom value add to your customer. Okay. So this is a really cool thing, just a checkbox. So it's basically an order bump, right? Okay, so I'm actually going to do this because I haven't seen this in a Shopify funnel. So when I click it, take it out, it automatically adds it to my cart. So this is a very cool little system. Okay, so it updates everything, updates my total automatically. One of the problems with a lot of these cart add tools is it adds it, but it doesn't update your total, so that when you get to the checkout screen, your total's different than what you saw in your cart, and you think it's not correct. Okay, so you want that to be updated automatically. So obviously they're doing that well. So we're going to go ahead and go in here. We're going to proceed to checkout. Again, everything's really, they've got proof over here, secure trading, secure ordering, and then you've got the phone number. Everything is very clean and consistent, okay, and makes you feel good. So now we're going to proceed to checkout. Okay, I should have actually, you know what? Let's return to customer information. Let's go back again. How do we get out of this cart? Okay, so we're going to have to abandon. I'm going to go back to my cart up here. Because I'm doing the note, I should say, include a note so I can see what it is. So, hey, Mom, hope you like this stuff. Okay, so let's see, because again, I'm going to take pictures of all this stuff. I want to see what happens. So is it printed? Is it handwritten? What is it? Okay. All right, so we're going to go here. Now we're going to go back to checkout. Okay, so we've got go straight to payment. Okay. But when do they collect my customer information? Oh, because they already have it. Okay, so here's the first step that you would actually go through. So they get my email, got my customer information. The next step would be go to shipping. Okay, come to shipping. You've got flat rate, so 835 or UPS second day air. So this, they're actually upgrading the shipping to faster shipping, and it probably doesn't cost them 21, so they're also going to increase a little bit of a profit margin on this. But again, simple two options. Again, and customer centric, whereas a lot of people, and myself included, I would more than likely do flat rate and then, or flat rate or standard and then expedited, and then potentially a third option of second day air where it's, but the expedited is the one I'm going to try to push them into because I can make a little bit more profit on the shipping. Shipping should be a profit center in your business, okay? It's important for that to happen, okay? Especially once you have volume. All right, so we got everything here. We're going to continue over to the payment method. Credit card, okay, let's see notifications. This is cool. So they've got it automatically checked to go ahead and give me notifications via Facebook of the order. So I'll leave that checked so we can track it. Billing address, same as shipping. So enter a card details. Okay. And then we're going to go through complete order. Now we should be taken to an upsell because Ezra owns an upsell app. So I'm expecting to go through a one-click upsell. Oh, let's see. Okay, so right off the bat, I'll get a screenshot of this for you guys so I make sure I show it to you. So right after the order, we're seeing this. Get 10 for free again and again. Give your friends 10% off and you get 10 bucks when they buy. So this is a referral program I'm sure is working pretty well. And it's powered by FriendBuy. So I have not used this one. I've heard a lot of people playing with it now, so be interesting to see some stats on it. But let's go back here. Okay, so again, no upsell. Okay, now the reasoning behind this, I would expect to see a funnel behind this, but because I bought the Boom Silk, which I do know that Boom Silk is typically their standard upsell behind other products because it's a nice add-on to other. So if they bought the Glow or the other stuff, so maybe because Boom Silk is such an add-on, there's not something that they don't know enough about me to position a good upsell behind me. Not sure, but or maybe it's because this email address actually makes me a new customer. They may have that logic built in where, hey, new customers we don't put through a funnel yet if they come to the store. So not really sure on that. Very surprised, honestly. But it's a very nice thank you page. Hey, I wanted to thank you for buying. Now you're going to love it. Just a nice little letter, recap of the order on the Boom blog. So it tells you what you can do. So this is where she wants to send you around Facebook page app. So it shows like the social proof, where it's shipping to, your shipping information, order details. You're going to get your order details in Facebook and you can continue shopping. Okay. Or you got the customer service pop up so you can get help right here. So very smooth ordering process. Honestly, again, incredibly surprised that he's not using his own one-click upsell app on this product, but we'll have to go through with another product and see if, hey, if I buy something more expensive that's not Boom Silk, will I get the upsell flow? So interesting to see, but I will follow up with all the shipping details, the Facebook emails, everything they get, and we'll kind of continue the dissection here on how this whole customer journey happens, because I do know for a fact that the pre-shipment customer journey and then the post-shipment and everything, like there's an entire experience that they've built for their customers to keep them happy through the entire process. And I can't wait to share that with you guys, and I can't wait to see it and see what's changed since the last time I went through it. What's up, guys? Tanner Larson here from Build, Grow, Scale, and we're going to do a little bit something different here on this anatomy breakdown. So we did an anatomy breakdown on Boom by Cindy Joseph, which is Ezra Firestone's pro-age makeup and beauty company for women over the age of 40. It's a pro-age, really cool company. Ezra's done exceptionally well with it and his partners and everything else, and it's one of the kind of gold standards, especially in the Shopify space for what works and how to do things right. It's a very customer-centric business model. And I had already done the anatomy breakdown. I was doing the dissection report, and I was getting ready to take some pictures of just the product like we usually do. Of course, when the product showed up, you can see I already opened it here. I stopped. I didn't take any pictures, and I actually taped it back up a little bit. Not professionally by any means, but I did tape it back up because he's doing some things here that I really want to talk about that shocked
the hell out of me, honestly. So we're going to do this live. We're going to do an unboxing video for Ezra's product, and I'm going to talk to you about all the different things that I noticed. And I even stopped my own personal unboxing. I don't even know what we're going to find all the way in here, because when I saw the size of the box, I'll explain that in a second, and then I saw how it was packaged inside, I was like, oh, I got to film this, because I'm going to want to, show it to people and business partners and stuff, and kind of, get some more ideas off of it. So the first thing was, if you see my book over here, just product placement, right? You always got to have product placement to make it look pretty. And hint, hint, if you haven't bought my book yet, go buy my book. Okay, so first thing was, this arrived in 3 days. Okay, so Ezra and Boom, they did UPS ground. So this came from North Haven, Connecticut, and it arrived here in Reno, Nevada, within 3 days of my order. Okay, and I ordered in the afternoon, so it was a pretty quick turnaround. Was very shocked on that. Specifically, I knew it was coming from the East Coast, so to see it get here that quickly was great. The next thing, when this box showed up, I didn't know what it was. Okay, before I even looked at it, it was too big. I immediately assumed it was not what I ordered from Ezra. Okay, because what I ordered was a 2 ounce. I don't even know if it's a jar or a tube or a can or whatever, but it was 2 ounces. Okay, so it should be like this big, right? It should go in a little padded mailer at the most, whatever. Not a ginormous box. This is like a 8 by 8 by 8 or 8 by 10 by 8 box. Let's see what it says. Oh, I could just read it. It's a 9 by 9 by 6 box. Okay, way bigger than necessary. So immediately I was like, ooh, let's see. It piqued my interest. So let's open this sucker up. So there's I untaped it for you guys. So when you open it up, first thing, this is what you see. Okay, so we've got the packing slip here, which pretty basic. Okay, so it says, all my information. The other thing is, this is set up as a gift receipt. Okay, and on it, I paid the extra $4.99 to have the gift wrap option done, which is, I think, why the box got enlarged. Okay, because if you didn't ask to have it gift wrapped, it probably would have come in a cheaper packaging or smaller packaging. So I'm going to actually test that as well and update you guys on that. But it also says, the note, it says, hey mom, hope you like this stuff. Love, Tanner. Because I actually bought this for my mom, and I wanted to test the gift wrap option to see what was going on. So they printed the note that I wrote on the packing slip. There's no prices here. And it says, Boom Silk and Boom Gift Wrap. Cool. All right. And then talks about what's in here. So in terms of the pieces, there's actually 4 pieces in this set. There's the Boom Gift Wrap, the Boom Silk brochure, the Purity insert, and the Boom Silk 2 ounce container itself. All right. And it was just folded up and set on top. Now we got, the first thing is a whole bunch of craft paper. Okay. I was surprised to see this, because this stuff is actually heavier than Air Pack. It's a little cheaper than Air Pack, but it's a lot heavier, so your shipping cost goes up. So I was surprised to see the craft paper. Okay, but either way. So if you take the top off, this is what's inside. Okay, so this, remember, I did pay for the gift wrap, which was an extra $5. So it's just another box nestled in, and it's a card box, so it folds, nestled inside. So this is as far as I got. I don't know what else anything looks like, so I'm going to be as surprised as you are. Okay, so just more craft paper, nothing in there, and then an empty box. Okay, so first of all, this box probably costs between 20. Let's see, it's a 32-pound edge crust. Yeah, so this one probably costs between 28 and 30-ish cents, maybe 27 cents, somewhere in that range. Could be as low as maybe 22. I don't think it could be much cheaper than that, because this is the heavier duty. They could have gone with an eco box that would have been even lighter and saved them even more money on that. So for that size box, they could have probably saved a significant amount of money on their volume. But it was compensated because I paid extra for the gift wrap. So the gift wrap was, the shipping I think was like $9 or something. Or some $8 for UPS ground, something like that, and then an extra $4 for the Boom Silk wrapping, or $4.99. So they got an extra $5 on me, so they were able to absorb the box cost and probably the additional shipping. Now, I don't know if this shipped via UPS ground. I don't know if they're on dimensional weight. So if they could have had a smaller gift box, like one maybe that it just slid into better and contained it better, might have been a significant cost savings here. So I'm not knocking anything that Ezra's doing. I want you guys to understand that. Obviously, the presentation was awesome. It caught my eye, and I'm not even a customer. But I'm just thinking you could probably still get the same kind of presentation and wow factor with more cost savings, especially when it comes to dimensional weight shipping, because that's going to be very, very expensive moving forward, okay? So we've got the packing slip, we got the box, and then let's just throw the box over here. And now we're going to open the gift wrap that's supposed to be for my mom, but I'm going to open it if I can. So it's not knotted, which is cool because I was going to have to cut it. All right. So it's pink frilly lace, pretty cool. And then the box opens, and we got some more tissue paper in here to make it look all pretty, which is cool. So this, all total, I bet you they have maybe 40 cents in this box, maybe less. 5 cents or 3 cents in the tissue paper. And so, and then I don't know, I mean, pennies in the ribbon because they're buying it by the spool and just cutting it off. Okay, so here we actually have the product. So you can imagine why I was so surprised when I got this box and this is the product that I bought. So I was expecting something a lot smaller. So we got the Boom Silk. And then what else do we have in here? All right, so there's the tissue paper. We'll take that out, put it over here with the other stuff. We got the empty box, but as you can see, it's just a folding box. So these things are super cheap. Get them from China, and they lay flat until you pad them out. Okay, and so they can just be built really quick, and we're built, right? All right, so here we go on this. So we got the product. We have the instructions on Boom Silk. Okay, this is really cool. Okay, so not only most people only get like the ingredients and they get the little directions on the back, right? Or you have to go to the website, but they're actually, educating their customers and saying, hey, let me tell you about it. So this right here, I mean, I knew he did this. This is brilliant. We do this a lot with some of our stuff as well. It continues on the brand, but what it also does is this helps eliminate buyer's remorse, okay? Because what they're going to do is first they're going to be like, okay, cool. But not only is it going to show them how to use it, but it's giving them some social proof, a little bit more like, man, this is a legit company. It tells a little bit of the story here, and then it gets really into how to use the product, why it's good, what it does for you. It goes through the ingredients as to why they're so important, and really makes you feel comfortable with what you're buying. So super cheap, simple, full color brochure, and goes with the product. So they basically have one of these for every product. This is exceptionally smart to do. Okay. Then you have the assurance, the purity card. Okay. So this is nice. It's a little light cardstock, maybe 24-pound cardstock. And it says assurance of purity and product care. And I'll have pictures of this and stuff in the breakdown. But all it talks about, it's a laboratory tested, sterile, protective seal, pure, safe, and sterile, natural preservative, natural antiseptic, highest quality skincare product. And it just kind of tells you through all this. This is an added step that does not have to be taken. But it's that added step that makes part of what makes Boom so successful. And the presentation is very consistent. Everything in the branding, they use a branding deck for color and image stuff. It's all the same. Same colors, same highlight colors. Everything is very, very, very consistent. Okay, so this is just how the product showed up. Okay, and it got here in 3 days. So in terms of delivery, obviously, Ezra's doing a lot of things right. It does have the tamper-proof seal on it. The packaging itself is very nice, and it's super simple. So all it is a sticker label applied to generic packaging. I know, or generic containers. I know Ezra's uncle does a lot of his supplement or glop formulaic type fulfillment stuff. So it's probably just, they just slap a label on it. Handmade by beekeepers in Hawaii. Okay. Ingredients: purified water, organic extra virgin olive oil. And, anyway, pretty cool product. And the 2-ounce thing. So this all, if it came in gift box, the total amount spent here was somewhere less than $50. But all in all, pretty cool, right? So you should look at this for yourself. What are you going to do can you add the gift wrap option? Do you have the capability in your warehouse or whatever to offer gift wrapping and packaging? If you notice, Amazon does that as well. A lot of the other stores do, and they're always in that $4 to $6 range. Why? Because it's a pure profit motivator, right? It just adds profit to your bottom line, and it increases the perceived value to the customer, and it encourages them to buy gifts for people when they may not normally buy the gift because like, man, if I get it, I can't ship it straight to them because I'll have to wrap it or whatever. But if you can offer that service to your customers, it's a great in-cart upsell. Okay, so the only thing that I would say that I would personally want to look at changing is presentation. All that was amazing. I would look at switching to AirPack, especially at their volume. AirPack has got to be cheaper, or even injection shot foam off of a gun. And then the other thing is, and this is me being the sourcing geek, would be I would say, I mean, I like the box. Now, if they're using a huge volume of this for all their bundles and everything, and it makes sense, it may not make sense to switch. But if you send out a ton of stuff this size, then I would look into having a box, talk to the box engineers at your packaging company, which this one is, who is this? This is Boxmaster. There's a bunch of PCA. They're probably all made by the same people. But talk to a box engineer and say, hey, what do you have that will just slide right over this and keep the dimensional weight down? And what can I get in a lightweight thing that's going to be cheaper? Because you can, with them, I know they're selling thousands and thousands and thousands of units of product a day, probably thousands and thousands of orders a day. So if you can save, say, 25 cents or 30 cents an order, and you're sending out 1,000 orders a day, that's pretty good money, right? That you're saving just naturally, not changing the quality of anything that you do. So we're going to, I'll have pictures of all this stuff as well in the dissection report, but I really wanted to just do this unboxing for you because Ezra's got it going on, right? And there's a reason that his company is doing so well because he is very customer-centric. So the question to ask yourself, number one, are you a customer-centric company? Because if you are, then you might want to think about this kind of presentation, not necessarily the gift packaging, but for sure the consistent branding, packaging, all that kind of stuff, make it all look really nice. But if you're not a customer-centric company and you're just a churn and burn, this stuff is not worth your time because it's not going to be received and you're going to spend more money on it than it's worth, okay? So, but if you aren't one of those customer-centric companies, I highly suggest you think about becoming one because it will give you staying power in your market and it will help create those brand ambassadors. This is why, this kind of stuff is why Boom customers rave about their product. And not to mention it's a good product, but the presentations there, they want to share this. When it, if my wife had gotten this, chances are it would have been on Facebook before she even unwrapped it. Not because it came from me, but because she thought it was cute, okay? Or on Instagram. So you want to get that social growth and that brand awareness, this is a great way to do it. All right, guys, that's it for now. I'll catch you on the inside of the Ecom Insider Members area.